Okay, so today we are going to do just a very short and sweet 10 minutes routine. The best thing about this routine is it is very versatile. What do I mean by versatile? First, you can use it if you are doing an intense workout. So then you can do this routine before going into that workout. So you are like your all your joints are properly open, all your muscles are flexible, and then you are also taking your heart rate up slowly. So you can use it as a warm up. Second thing, if you are doing it post workout, you will just do a small modification. So instead of doing a rhythmic action, you will just hold every single position for 10, 15, 20 seconds post workout. Okay, so it can be used as your cool down. This is an entire body workout. So no matter whether you are doing upper body that day, lower body, or abs or anything, this if you do, you are covered. Okay. Third thing, if you are just stiff because of long sitting, because none of us can actually go out or do anything, so mostly we just are restricted to our houses and we have to just sit at one place. So if you're getting stiff anytime throughout the day, just get grab a mat and do this. Takes maybe not even 10, I think 10 I'm saying like maximum time it can take, but it can take even lesser than that. So fourth thing, if you're stressed out, I told you, if you're stressed out, to release that stress, you have to do something mobility or stretching kind of a routine. So this is a wonderful routine for that. Fifth, if you are somebody who is sedentary, who usually doesn't work out or who has a very less activity level, then even this 10 minutes of workout can give you lot of, it will be a moderate to intense workout for you, and it will be a good workout to start with. Okay, so let's get directly into the workout. We are going to go in a sequence. So grab a mat, stand on your mat. First thing first, we are going to practice hinging from our hips. Okay, so hinging. See how I'm hinging. I'm not bending my lower back. So I'm not bending my lower back. I'm just keeping my core engaged and I'm just hinging back. So once I get into the flow, I'm going to try hinging little bit low. I'm going to open my hamstrings, open my glutes with every repetition. Every time try to go a little bit low. Now I can reach my toes. So I will go for my toes. Beautiful. Let's go full range Pada Hastasana. From this, just come on your knees. Let's open our thoracic spine a bit with cat camel. This is a very relaxing exercise. So throughout the day, because of sitting, you will be accumulating lot of tightness in your back. So just get on the floor and do cat camel. When I'm doing cat, I'm looking up and breathing in. When I go into camel, I look down, push my head towards my chest and breathe out. Two more. Remember, throughout your workouts and especially during your stretching, breathing is very important. Let's go into mountain position from here. Right now, I cannot touch my heels. So I'm going to work on my calf and hamstring complex now to open it up. First, I'm going to drive my knee in, all the way in, and then I push it all the way down. We call this mountain walking. Other side, all the way in, all the way out. Every single repetition, I try to go little bit far. Three more. Really push your heel down. Nice. Now bring your legs close and slowly start walking your hands back till your heels touch the ground. If this level of stretch is comfortable, try walking a little bit back. Wow, now I'm feeling a nice painful stretch.
I'm not going to hold this stretch. I will just do pressure on and pressure off. So I will walk my hands again forward and I will come back to the stretch position. Again forward, again back. I'm not holding this stretch because I'm doing this to activate my muscles. If I do this post any workout, instead of doing this pressure on, I will just hold the position for 15 to 20 seconds. Nice. Kneel down, lie down on your stomach, cobra pose. Bring your hands down close to your chest. Every time you are going to come up, you are going to breathe in through your nose. Keep your glutes squeezed in so that you don't overextend or overarch your back. Nice. Let's sit back. Now going into runner's stretch. So runner's stretch is come into lunge position. Like bring one leg forward, keep it in 90-degree. Other leg is straight back. Put both your hands on the ground. Okay. So from this position, I am going to lift my inner hand up. All the way up as much as possible. Now I am going to switch side. And open to the other side. Let's continue for 5 repetitions. Last one. This is a fantastic way of opening your hips, your iliopsoas and everything that is tight. From this position, I am going to go to 90-90 position. You know the 90-90 position with your legs. I am going to lean on the side of my front knee. So I am going to lean on this side. Take your hand up, lean sideways and little forward. I am trying to open up quadratus lumborum muscle. I am not going to hold, I am going to come back. One last here. Let's go to other side. Beautiful. Come back to your knees. Go back, try to touch your heels on the ground, hug your knees. Open your spine, stretch those erector spinae. Now I'm going to hug my knee and slowly come up. Beautiful. Last two things on the wall. First is wall trunk rotation. Important thing here is to remember how to keep your leg. So basically I'm going to keep one leg on the ground and I'm going to fold the other leg in 90-degree. When I'm standing this way, my hip abductor adductors both have to fire to keep me stable. So rest your folded leg on the wall and press inside the wall. Press with your hips into the wall. Keep your hands closed in front of you. Now without losing contact of your right hand or the hand which is closer to wall, keep it completely touched and then open the other hand. Breathe in every time you open your chest, breathe out. I am locking my pelvis, so I have to rotate purely from my thoracic spine. Other side. Nicely done. Last one, external rotations of our shoulders. So how I'm going to stand close to the wall so that my back and head is in contact with the wall. I keep my shoulders out at 90 degree and elbows folded at 90 degrees so that my thumbs point in front. From this position, I'm just going to go back without leaving the contact with the wall and try to touch my hands on the wall. Because we stand like this throughout the day in internal rotation, external rotation is limited, and if the external rotation is limited during a workout, you cannot go over it because you're now with rounded shoulders, your mobility or the range of going above over your head is very limited, and if you continue in this position, you will have shoulder impingement injury. So let's work on the external rotations. With every repetition, I will try to go a little bit back and touch the wall. Important thing to remember is you cannot take your head or your back off the wall. Let's do 3 more. Beautiful. Last 2. Nice. So if you are doing it as a warm up before an intense workout routine, you will do it rhythmically the way I did it right now. If you are doing it as a moderate exercise, you are going to do it this way. If you are doing it post workout for stretching, then instead of doing pulsating movements, I will just go into that range, maximum range, and hold there for 15 to 20 seconds. This applies to every single movement that we practice right now. Beautiful, we are done. That was quick, right? So now you cannot give excuses like, oh, I don't have time to move, I don't have time to work out.